going up against the #1 ranked run defense in the Big 12. How much of a challenge is that for you guys?
Well, it's just going to be, it'll be a good challenge for us. We've done pretty good as an offensive unit, but we're not going to, be complacent by any means. So we're going to try to go in there and do what we can to, dominate this defensive group.
As an offensive lineman, what's the adjustment been like going from kind of when you first got here, pass a lot more, to this year where it's Watson said this is an option team? What's that been like?
Well, it's been a transition that we try to do as an offense to go in and compete and just take advantage of whatever Coach Watson or Coach Bowe even asks us to do. If we need to run the ball against a team, we're going to do that. If we need to pass the ball, we're going to do that. If we need to do both, we're able to do that as well. So I think it just makes us more well-rounded to be able to have both things in our package.
Do you think the run offense kind of caters to what this offensive line likes to do the most?
I mean, not really. I mean, Coach Watson, he makes the calls, and we go out there and do it. He makes the calls, and we just say yes, sir. We go out there, and we just go out there and compete and do what we can. So.
What's different about pass blocking against a 3-4 defense that blitzes a lot of linebackers?
Well, mainly just because, like you said, they're going to have more speed because they have those linebackers that are going to come off the edge, and so we just have to know in our head, okay, we have to be a lot quicker, But I mean, they're like Texas A&M. They're the 3 down linemen are pretty big guys, so so it's going to be a competitive game. It'll be a good versatile game for us because we're going to have speed and we're going to have big guys who are going to be stronger, of course. So.
What's the book on Von Miller? How do you slow him down?
Just technique, and watching film and knowing his things that he's going to do, his tendencies. He's quick, and just being able to hone in on his abilities. So.
On Saturday, Miller said that it was important for him to play because he wanted everybody to know it was his team and nobody else's. Is it his team?
I'm not sure about that one. Next question.
DJ, what have these last 2 weeks been like for the offense when you don't have him running the way he was running earlier? Just kind of how you maybe had to adapt or adjust?
Well, the offensive line, we just try to, think about it as, okay, we have a young quarterback back there, and Cody steps in. He's a young quarterback as well, so we just know that us being a unit with 3 seniors on up front, we have to take this offensive line and put it on our shoulders pretty much, and take this offensive unit and try to put it on our shoulders and try to lead for for those young quarterbacks back there, for the rest of the offense and the team.
Has there been a little bit of mentality of now you have to grind instead of trying to add 4 60-yard plays in a game? You got to nickel and dime a little bit more?
Well, it just depends. It depends on what kind of game we're going into. If we need to, pass the ball, we'll pass the ball. But if we can be pretty solid with running the ball and getting those yards, we're going to do that as well.
DJ, what's the mindset going into this game? It's pretty obvious what to expect. Just this week, focusing on what we need to do. Taking it day by day and staying in the film, making sure that we're rested up when we go down there, and they're gonna have a crazy crowd, how it is down there at Texas A&M, and we just have to make sure we go out there blocking all that out and knowing what we're there to do, and that's to stay with our consistency of winning.
I think it's safe to say that this will probably be the loudest crowd of the season on the road that you guys have faced.
Yeah, most definitely.
Wise, I mean, you guys gonna do any silent count and work on that kind of stuff?
It's definitely going to be a loud place down there, and we'll have the sound turned on this week and making sure that the offense is ready to deal with the noise and having that poise.
Does that really emulate though what it's really like on Saturday night? I mean, how?
It helps. It helps a lot. Knowing we have an away game where it's going to be loud, and playing that during the week, the sound during the week, and having to look in at the quarterback for the calls and stuff like that. So it helps us get used to that, of what it's going to be like.
What do you like about away games in a hostile crowd like that?
I think I feel it focuses me up a lot, just because I know that there's crowd noise, and, you know, we come off the sideline and the fans are yelling at us, you know, whatever. So, I mean, it makes me focus a lot more just on what I need to do to, you know, help the team out and to help out our offense.
You guys get up maybe just a little bit more for somebody like a Texas A&M because they have the #1 ranked run defense, and you guys feel like they have something to prove at that point?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, we just want to win, you know. I don't feel like we have anything we need to prove to anybody, you know, but ourselves, if anything, that, you know, we need to just make sure we go out there with our confidence and know that we, you know, we're able to do good things when we are on our P's and Q's, so.
DJ, how do you describe your season, the fact that you started 13 straight games, and with Marcel out early this year, there really was no drop off of that position?
It's been, I'm grateful for the position I've been in this year and being able to help out this team. And, you know, before I wasn't starting 13 straight games, like you said, you know, and just being grateful for it, for the position that I've been in, and not taking anything for granted.
How have you been able to do that? Just maintain healthy so you can step right into perform at a high level?
I'm not sure. Next question. I'm not sure.
Does this team play up and play down to this competition?
Our team?
Yeah.
I don't think that at all. I think that you know, we go into games with the mindset that we're going to try to dominate whoever we're going against. So.
Does anything change for you guys when you know the opponent has a prolific offense like A&M does that'll be able to maybe put up a lot of points, or at least test that good Nebraska defense that you guys are accustomed to?
Well, we try to go out with the mindset that, you know, we're going to be the best offense on the field that day. You know, we're going to do whatever we can to make that happen. And so, whether we're going against the Indianapolis Colts, you know, we're going to make sure we're the best offense and making sure we're doing whatever we can do. So.